Do you want a prenup if we got married?
Yep.
Today we're going to just ask Kendra some questions about personal finance. Are you ready to talk about a bunch of really personal finance questions? Yeah. Well, the answer, yeah, I mean, you're here, so... Yeah. How far ahead do you like to plan financially? How far ahead?
A month.
A month?
Normally, I think of it on a monthly basis of when I get my next lot of money in.
What are your financial goals?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
My goals are just to be comfortable. If I'm in like a supermarket, I don't have to always get the cheapest thing. Because right now, that's definitely what I do. I guess the more money you have, the more freedom you have.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is to be a bit more free.
Do you budget?
I try. Did keep an Excel spreadsheet. It didn't really work for me because it was just, I kept having to go back to it all the time.
What do you know about investing?
I only started investing when you told me about it because I had no idea that was a thing either. I've just never been taught it. And I find that most people I know don't know much about it.
I found that as well.
I know only what you have told me whilst we were driving. That kind of stuff is something that needs to be taught.
This is a good one. If we ever have kids, do you want them to go to either, do you have strong feelings about whether they go to public or private school?
I prefer them to go to public.
So they don't become little
Yeah. I went to a private school.
Yeah.
And I can say that they're all little
If someone gave you £100,000, like if you came into £100,000, what would you do with it?
pay back any of my own debt that I owe my parents. I'd like to give that back to them. Put a bunch of it into my savings. What happens if everything crashes and burns? That's what my savings would be for.
Emergency fund.
Yeah, I have multiple savings accounts, so it'd be like each savings account for a different thing.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I would probably siphon a lot off to be able to put a deposit down on a house. I would give some to charities, and one thing that I really feel strongly about is like the homeless population. I'm not religious, but we give stuff to the church. That's how we used to get food when I was much younger.
Do you have a credit card?
Yes, I do. You told me about the importance of credit cards.
Speaking of which, if you are looking for a new credit card, you can sign up to the American Express British Airways card down in the description. And if you spend a certain amount of money within the first 3 months of it, you'll get a bunch of free British Airways points, which you can use to get free flights. Do you prefer paying with things with cash or credit?
Much prefer cash.
Okay,
I
why?
don't want to go into a loan.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm opting for.
But like a credit card is a loan, effectively.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Is that I don't want to use a loan. If I have it, great. It's a backup, but it's certainly not something that I like to be using.
Even if you pay it off every month.
Even if I pay it off every month.
Why?
It makes me nervous.
This height difference is misleading, so I think we're going to swap seats.
No, you're just going to
go on this
lower
side.
down.
Yeah, but I've done my time on the low side. How do you like to spend your fun money? Or like money that you let yourself spend on whatever you want. How do you spend it?
The money that I do spend is normally spent quite impulsively. Today, I booked a hairdresser appointment and I just went. And that's my fun money. Or like, I impulsively was like, let's go to Corfu.
Yeah. Do you think that the man in a relationship should pay for everything?
No, absolutely not. That's never been a thing in my mind. I remember the first date we had. You'd bought the golf things and I said, right, well, the drink's on me then.
Yeah.
I believe very strongly in being equal.
Yeah. This is a good one. This is a juicy one as well.
Ooh.
When we get to that stage, would you prefer it if our finances were like combined and we did everything like saved together and invested together and our incomes like went into the same bank account and then, everything is joint, except we each get like a fixed amount of money for like just for ourselves each month to spend on whatever, like if you want to go to the spa and I didn't want to go, you're like, you just go and spend it and like there's no guilt or being stingy with stuff because we each have a set amount of money.
Yeah.
Or would you want all our own separate savings and separate investments and everything separate, but we just pay for some like joint bills together?
I would prefer to be more kind of together in it. For example, if you bought a house, the person with more savings has to spend more of the savings because the other person doesn't.
Well, if everything was separate, it would be one person buys the house, wouldn't it?
Yeah, precisely. Which personally I will.
No.
I will never do.
It'd be weird.
I just wouldn't do it. I also think it's vital that you both have your own spending money.
Splurge money.
Yeah, exactly. If one of you earns significantly more than the other person, does the other person just have a much smaller amount of spending money than
No,
the other
it would be
person, or do you
equal
split
spending
it?
money.
Yeah, that's how I thought too, but I was testing the water.
Yeah, that's my idea of how it would
Yeah,
be.
yeah, no, that's my idea as well. I wouldn't want to be forced to invest.
Do you think you would still feel like that if there was like a big savings amount?
If we had like thousands of pounds in savings.
So we had like £50,000.
Yeah,
savings.
Then I would, yeah. Then I'd be willing to invest it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me, like I've never been or known anyone to be in a situation where they can do that. So my immediate thought is put it in savings.
No, I like completely agree with that. Like you got to have a savings buffer first, like the emergency thing, the emergency thing that we said about. What are your thoughts on spending a lot of money on a wedding?
I don't want to spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pounds because I'd much prefer to spend that elsewhere.
Right, like on what?
Like a house or a dog.
Dog. Do you want a prenup if we got married?
Yep. You're not going to have this thing in your head that you're staying with the person.
I was just going to say that.
For money.
Like if you think if I got divorced, I would be worse off financially. You don't want to feel like that. You want to know what's going to happen either way.
Absolutely.
Do you think it's better to rent or buy a house?
Prefer to buy a house. Didn't understand this for ages. I always thought it was like, it doesn't make any sense.
To what?
To buy.
Right, really?
I didn't get, no one explained this to me. Like if you're not explained it, then you're just not going to know. Right now I'm paying for someone else's mortgage.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I'd rather just pay my own mortgage.
Yeah.
And then I can actually get the benefits of then having that investment and being able to sell it on.
You gradually own the house more and more, and you can fix up the house and increase the value even more.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Do you prefer to buy generic brands or name brands in supermarkets?
Own brand.
Oh, like the shop's own brand?
Yeah. I'll always go for own brand.
Because it's mostly the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
For like a third of the price.
Yeah.
Don't care about designer clothes.
No, not at all. The only thing I do care about a bit more is if it's an outdoor clothing brand.
Yep.
And I'm looking for like a good waterproof
That'll
or
last a long
good
time.
climbing gear. Yeah, exactly.
If you had the money, you could do it no problem. Mm-hmm. Would you buy a brand new car?
Yeah, if I had the money. My immediate thought is it's less likely to break.
What about one that's like 1 year old
A 1-year-old.
and 20,000 miles or something?
Yeah, definitely.
I think when I said used car, you immediately thought like 15 years old and 100,000
Because
miles, didn't you?
That's what my
Yeah.
cars are like. Yeah.
Because there's like, do you know about depreciation curves with cars? Where like, it's like this. Whereas if you buy it, it's like peak price, new price. And then a year later, it's like down here. In the future, what would
Nope.
be...
Oh, it's like focusing in on my eye. Please wait for this elevator music. Choo, 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 choo.
You can unlock some cool stuff using my Patreon link down in the description. Watch this video next. I put a lot of work into all of my videos and I'm sure you'll like it.